Hello and welcome. Today I am showing you one of my favourite games from when I was younger, and I still love playing it today. In fact, I've literally been playing it over the past week, and as you can see, that is Turbo Subs. So this game has been around for quite a few years. I swear I was still a teenager, possibly only just. When I first started playing this game. I discovered this through the Big Fish Games platform, which is a little bit like Steam, but they tend to just have sort of simpler games. But I don't mean that as a criticism. If you like time management games, they do have some adventure type games as well, but the most things I see on there are time management and hidden object. They do a lot of those. Inexpensive little games on there from what I remember. But I haven't had a good delve through there for a long time, so maybe I will and find some new things to bring you. So I am going to show you a little bit of what Turbo Subs is like. I don't know if you can hear that music in the background, you should be able to, but I love the soundtrack, I love the style of the graphics. Yes, I'm called Potato in this game because why not? And yeah, I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to the very first level and I'm just going to show you what it's like. So I'm not always too keen on always playing a game with a really big, deep, heavy storyline. This has a very short storyline in terms of what it introduces you to. Basically, this couple are on holiday and they decide through what happens to start a food business. And yes, it is all about Subway sandwiches. They for some reason have an old Subway car from their aunt, I don't know why, and they decide to start a Subway sandwich shop. So I'm just going to show you, it starts off very, very simply, and as you go through the game you will have things that fill up these counters, and this will be unveiled. You basically go through the game, you serve customers, you find out what they want, and you literally serve it to them. It's not normally this slow, this is just a tutorial to show you what happens. And the weird thing is, I'm currently in the third chapter of levels in this game, and going back to now, at the very beginning, I forgot how slow everything is, it's mad. So yes, you have happiness meters on the customers as well. Some customers have more patience than others, so you have to be mindful of that. When you get into later stages of this game, there are also pickpockets that you have to be mindful of. So when the customers leave their money on the counter, you have to pick it up as quickly as you can. So it's all about getting enough money to pass the level, and then if you can earn even more money to get to the expert level. So there's just the normal pass and expert, and then you may have seen some stars there and the word combo, but we'll cover that in a bit. So I'm going to go further into the game now just to show you what it's like when you get a bit further on. So I'm going to go to I think I'll show you from level 27. So this is what it's like further down the line. Each chapter, by the way, involves a different thing that they've decided to convert into a sandwich shop. So in this case we are now inside an old carousel, because why not? So one thing I like to do with this game is I like to prepare the best that I can. So I've made sandwiches in advance because I do happen to know that this level is just these sandwiches really that people want. I always make sure the coffee's brewed at the beginning if I can. I try and pick up the money as quickly as possible so that more people can come and put their orders in, and I feel like, yep, I've just had someone lose their patience and leave. It's a little bit difficult, I must admit, to play the game and tell you what's happening really. That's something I hopefully will get better at doing, but I'm just so happy to tell people about the games and stuff that I love. If you don't know, this is a new venture for me on this channel, so I hope you enjoy it. And if there are any funny little games you'd like me to have a look at, then do let me know. So we have sources to put on. As you can see, everything's got very, very quick. I want to talk about this turbo service meter. So as you go through the game, you can do combos. So I'll show you this combo in a second. So if you do multiples of the same action in a row, then you can get combos. You can earn combos, so you earn stars or half stars for your little service, this turbo service meter. And what that involves is once you fill it with stars, you then get this really quick bit of the level happen. And that means you can just go extra quick, serve even more customers in the time you've got left, because as you can see, you can't just dilly-dally around, and you can hopefully earn more and more money. So as I said before, we've got a basic amount that you have to earn before you can go through to the next stage, and then if you want to get a better bonus, you can try and get the expert amount. So it is a fun game, and I know it's very repetitive, but I do love sometimes just whacking out a game where you do have that, you can just relax, play a couple of levels, and just reward yourself with that. And something that I don't always like about your sort of bigger games that are more involved, like Stray or Hogwarts Legacy, which are games that I absolutely love, or the Tomb Raider series, is I don't always want a game that I've got to really sort of be into and follow along and not have any breaks from. I can have a good old break from a game like this and I'm back into it straight away. I find sometimes with some of the bigger games, it just takes more preparation, if you like. I know that sounds silly, and I love playing other games, but sometimes it's nice to just relax and just play this for a couple of levels. You've only got 5-10 minutes, you can get a couple of levels in. So I'm gonna just carry on playing for the last little bit and let you enjoy it. Oh, something else I also meant to say is sometimes with the sandwiches, you have some levels where they all want the same type of sandwich. So you can sort of think, okay, it looks like they're only going to want this one, so you can get multiples made at the same time. You may have already seen me do that. Other levels, they want all kinds of variety, and it's just all about multitasking, really. And that should be it for that level. So I managed to get the expert, thank goodness. So I want to show you something else now. So every few levels you get a mini game in between, which is really nice because it just gives you that break from that fast-paced part of the game, as fun as it is. So some of the mini games are like this, where they are hidden object, and this looks fairly simple, but it's actually harder than it looks sometimes. There's little pesky things now and again, and I've done lots of different hidden object games over the years, some of which I probably will talk about on the channel at some point, but this is a lot of fun. Other ones, there are like match 3 I think I've done on this as well, so just little mini games in between. So I like that change, and it just keeps it a little bit fresh, and you don't always know when it's going to happen either. It just seems to be every few levels. There probably is some method to it, but I honestly can't remember. So yeah, I just love this game, honestly. It's just a nice little chill out, but it's fun, but I like the fast-paced element. It's almost like it just has that level of challenge without being too heavy, and sometimes you just want that lighter, more fun, just you can try the level again straight away, and it's no big deal. It's not like you've got to do a load of it all over again. And by the way, sometimes they say you have to find carousel, and like when I first did this, you're looking for the word carousel. It's not always necessarily a picture of whatever it is. Baseball bat. Really? There's a baseball bat here? Well, that's a bike pump. I thought that was the baseball bat, but that's a spade. You see what I mean? There's just random pesky items that are just remarkably well hidden. Aha! There it is. So yes, this game is just a great example of a time management game. and I really recommend it. If you can get on Big Fish Games and give it a go, I definitely would if I were you, if this is your type of thing, of course. Now, in between levels, you also have the opportunity to spend the cash that you have earned. Now, you can buy courses to make your chef and waitress quicker. You can make the machines quicker. You can earn extra money by upgrading your snacks, and you can also decide to use your money for refurbishments. So this will give you half a star in your turbo meter at the bottom for that super quick bit where you can earn lots of money. It gives you an extra half a star if you purchase one of these, so it gives you a little bit of a head start there. But I'm going to leave that be for now, and I'm probably going to come and play 1 or 2 levels again tomorrow. But I hope you've enjoyed having a look at Turbo Subs. I'm going to definitely bring some more fun little games like this. And until next time, thank you very much for watching / listening. Goodbye.